Did you ever get into trouble in primary school?
I spent half my time waiting for the headmaster to give me the cane, you know.
So what did you mean by waiting for the cane?
Well, when Miss Crosley gets you, you say, right, Northover, get out here, you're talking, you're not concentrating, and if you can't sing, get out there, you go, what was it? Do, re, mi, you just speak it, and all the boys just spoke it, you know.
Right.
Outside, go to the headmaster and tell him that you weren't doing your lessons or you're talking or you're doing something, and she'd come out and get you. Get up, get up, get up. So you stand up and she'd stand up behind you, and I can't do it, but she gets your ear and twist it forward like that, right forward, and put a knuckle right in the middle of your back. Now, go on, out you go, get out. The classroom door was on the corner, and you had to go up, turn to your right, and the headmaster's office. And in the corner of his office, I could see his canes. She used to have them. Sometimes he had them in the cupboard, sometimes they stuck on against the wall. It had a two-tone green wall, a dark green and a lighter green up top. But, you know, they had like a little hole, you know, like in the wall, like it divided the deep green and the lighter green. And it must have been just up above my top of the head. But we'd stand there. Mr. Lascott was the headmaster, and then came Mr. Lunt. And Mr. Lascott had Mr. Lunt had squeaky shoes, but old Lascott was a real... I think he was taking Miss Crosley out. I don't know. I shouldn't. That's not true. That's not true at all. He had a big pimple on his nose, and someone had written in the concrete on the step, "Lassie is mad." And that was there for years and years and years. I went and had a look, and it's taken out. Now someone's covered it over with concrete. And of course, you had to wait for him to come. Oh, yeah, well, see, I could look straight down the passage with the doors open. I could see the 13 tram would go by, and I had to go right down to McCourt Street, and then they, you know, went back to come back into town. So the tram could have been my father driving it at the time, but he wouldn't know that, and I wouldn't know it either. But when it go down, I think, oh gosh. And then you're still standing there, and the tram comes back to go back into town, and you're still standing there with your back to the wall waiting for the headmaster to cane you. You'd rather get it over with and done with. But that's about what it is. Yeah. But they caned us if we played out of school. We weren't allowed to go up the park, of course, but we did. So if you was in the office, what do you stand here for? Miss Crosley sent me, sir. What were you doing? I was talking, sir. I don't know why she sent me out. I think she just sent me out for something that her to do, to get rid of me. But anyway, we stood out there. Usually only got one or two. If you got real bad, they give you more than that. The only time I've cried is when they smacked me on the bum. And that, oh boy, I never heard a sting like that. He did after he gave me the cane. And after you got the cane, you had to go back to the thing. And you're not allowed to cry in front of girls. Never, ever. You're a real tough man. And your fingers felt like they were carrots about that wide, you know. They was just numb, and you couldn't pick up no biros. They didn't know what they were. But, you know, the pen and the ink and all that type of stuff. But you had to sit there and look around. Everyone's looking at you to see if you've been crying. You never cry.